URL Monitor is a tool that lets you get your new pages indexed in Google very quickly with daily index status checks to notify you if pages drop out of the Google index. The more high quality pages you have indexed, the more impressions and traffic you can get. So once you sign up with your Google account, the list of all the sites will be pulled into the dashboard from Google Search Console. Let's start by enabling diamond size chart. So as you can see, once that's enabled, a few other options appear. We're going to ignore grant access and auto index for now and just head to details. When you first activate a site, we fetch the sitemaps and pages from Google Search Console, and you'll see the table update here as we get them. If you don't have a sitemap, you can manually add pages by clicking the Add Pages button at the top. Once that's done and we have the pages, we now need to check the index status, which as you can see is happening now. The maximum that we can check in 24 hours is 2,000 pages, and this site has a lot more than that, 11,000 not checked. In a future video, I'll show you how you can get around that limit, but for now, it's okay. This can take a few minutes to process, so we'll wait for that, and then I'll come back and show you what happens next. For large sites like this one, we can't check all of the pages in one day. So what we do is fetch analytics data from Search Console to see which of the unchecked pages have had impressions in the last 30 days. If they've had impressions, then we can assume that they're likely indexed and are being seen in Google results. So these are shown in the table with this green check mark here. And if you hover over, it will tell you how many impressions this page has had in the last 30 days, which is 4 impressions. So even though we haven't checked it, we can assume this is indexed. And you'll see in the stats over here, we can include the number of index pages that are likely indexed. Eventually, these pages will also be checked so that we can confirm that yes, they are indexed, or no, they're not. Once the jobs have all completed, you can now filter these results to find pages that you're interested in. For example, not indexed pages. We also bring in some health checks to give you information on pages that might not be able to get indexed so that you can fix them. It will tell you what sitemap this page is in, the last time we checked it, the last time it was crawled by Google, and if we have information about the Google and user selected canonical, that will be there. If it's blocked from indexing, that will be there. And if Google's had issues fetching the page, that will be here. For these pages, we don't have any information from Google right now, but you can filter those here. If we go back to the sites page, you'll see this red box under grant access. Before we can actually index pages, you need to add our accounts as an owner to your Google Search Console property. So if I click it, each of these accounts allows you to submit up to 200 URLs a day for indexing. Just click the button to copy the email address, then click this link here, and it will take you straight to your Google Search Console property to add it. So if I add this here, it needs to be owner permissions. Any other permissions and it just won't work. So it has to be owner. You can also remove access at any time by simply deleting that user from your Search Console account. And when that's added, hit refresh or check status, and it will change to active. We can close that now, or you could add a second one to enable 200 more pages to be indexed, but we'll close that for now. If you enable the auto index option here, we'll automatically submit any URL that's not currently indexed up to the limit of the accounts that we just added. For now, I'll leave that and head to details. So let's filter by not indexed first of all. So these are pages that we have checked and we know they're not in the Google index. As you can see, this is a programmatic SEO site and a lot of these pages aren't indexed. So you can select individual pages, and as you can see, it will update as we go. You can also select the entire page of results, which will be 25, or you can select the maximum of 200. So if you click that, we can now click here to submit 200 pages for indexing. When we do that, off they go. Now we can change the filter to submitted, and we'll see these pages here, and it will tell us when they were submitted. And there's obviously a date here as well. So it's sending them over now to be indexed. Great. So now on the service account, the quota for the day is 0. We've used those pages. Now we can't guarantee that Google will index these pages, but by submitting them to Google, their crawlers do prioritize these URLs more than any other method. And if your page is worth being indexed, which is the key thing, there's a very good chance it will be. And that's it. The goal of URL Monitor is not just to submit pages to Google for indexing. It can be used as a technical SEO tool to track and monitor your pages at scale. So let's say you have a page that's getting impressions and clicks in Google, is driving traffic to your site, and it got de-indexed, which happens. How would you know that it happened so that you can find the issue and get it fixed quickly? With URL Monitor, we track these pages every single day, and we can notify you if high-value pages drop out of the index almost instantly. This can be invaluable to avoid huge losses of traffic and get the page back in the index as quickly as possible. Please give URL Monitor a try. Let me know what you think. I think this is a really useful tool, not just for submitting pages for indexing, but also making sure that your site is healthy, the pages stay indexed,